In this conversation, towards the end of the conversation, Carl Edward Anthony admits to hearing the recorded confession of my mother and brags about having my mother around our kids. And when I say the recorded confession, I'm talking about the previous podcast where my mother admits to drugging me so that my father could sexually assault me. And in this recorded conversation, Carl Edward Anthony admits to hearing that confession and brags about having my mother around our kids. And his words in this conversation was that she was wonderful around our kids. Carl Edward Anthony thinks that anybody who admits to drugging a child so that that child can be sexually assaulted is fit and wonderful to be around our children.
Call back in an hour.
Do you want me to have joint custody?
What?
Do you want me to have joint custody?
Not right now, Kay. No.
Why did Demetrius tell me that you wanted to have joint custody?
She misunderstood what I told her. I told her that during mediation we offered standard visitation with you, instead of the supervised visitation. And you didn't want to do that. You wanted to fight to the bitter
That's
end.
not true.
Why didn't you accept and agree to the mediation offer?
I don't have to explain anything to you.
All right.
Do you want joint custody?
Not right now, Kay.
Why is that?
I'm not convinced that the boys would be, if we were to have, okay, I can't explain that either. Sorry.
Why is that? Why is it you can't explain it?
Were you there in court? Did you listen to everything that we said? Everything that was said?
You lied in court.
I didn't lie at all. What do you mean I
You
lied?
did. You lied. You lied on the stand.
When did I lie?
My attorney also agreed that you lied on the stand.
What part of
You perjured yourself. You
what
broke
part of what I said was a lie?
You said I dropped Kevin on his head twice and that never happened.
Yeah, you did.
I never dropped Kevin on his head twice. That never happened. I would never do that. That was a lie.
Okay, there's proof.
There was never. There is no proof. Where's the proof? There is no proof.
First of all, there's the x-rays from that emergency room visit from when you let him fall out of the chair, and then there's also the emergency trip where you had the security officer kick me out of the hospital.
I never dropped Kevin on his head. He fell out of the high chair.
And then you were...
fell. I never dropped Kevin on his head. You lied in court. And a psychiatric evaluation was never ordered, Carl. You never had any proof. A psychiatric evaluation was never ordered by the court.
Who said that? I didn't do that. I don't remember saying that.
A psychiatric evaluation was never ordered. And there is no history of me harming our children.
Okay.
The ruling was based on a lie.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
It's not about how I feel, Carl. It's about the facts. You lied in court.
I didn't.
You did lie.
No.
My attorney confirmed it. She confirmed that, yes, you did lie on the stand.
Well, I'm glad that you guys confirmed it with each other. I don't know what to tell you. I did not.
You did lie on the stand, Carl.
I don't know what you're saying, Kay. I didn't lie.
You You did, and when you were asked about what your examples were regarding that you were saying I was mentally ill, you couldn't even give an example.
I don't remember that. I don't remember them asking me.
That is true. That. You were asked, about my mental health, and you couldn't even give an example.
That's because, Kay, you never talked to me about any of the things that were going on.
I'm not obligated to discuss.
God, that's fine, I know. See, when we were married, obviously we're not obligated either, and you did not do that, so here we are, okay? So, I need you to know something. I feel really bad about how it turned out. I did not want you to have the smallest amount of visitation possible.
I don't believe that for a second. I really don't.
I accepted what the judge mandated because he mandated it. He offered it and mandated it.
Where's your proof that I'm mentally ill, Carl?
I don't have any, Kay, because I don't know what your state is at all. You never told me anything. I don't know what happened.
I don't have to.
I know for certain.
You told the court. You had your attorney tell the court that I was mentally ill. You stated it in legal documents that I had deteriorating mental health.
Oh, well, that was my opinion. I couldn't prove that. I never proved that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was your opinion.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
So you never had any official document stating that I am mentally ill. What happens when the truth comes out, Carl?
I don't know, Kay. I guess you'll probably take me back to court and we'll spend thousands and thousands of dollars fighting in court. I guess that's
what you wanted, Carl. This is what you wanted.
I want my children safe and secure and happy. Now, I've got the first two things. I'll be honest.
You had them around my mother who admitted to drugging me so my father could sexually assault me. You had her around our kids, and she confessed to a sexual crime against me. You had her around our kids. And I heard our kids say.
No, I actually heard that recording you made, and you entrapped her. So I don't believe that.
I did not.
Yes, you don't even understand what entrapment is, I believe.
I asked her a direct question, and you weren't there, Carl. You weren't there.
Yeah. Okay.
I remember what happened, and it did happen.
All right.
They did do that to me.
All right.
And you had her. You even admitted it in court, Carl. It's in the court documents. You admitted to having my mother around our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Because she was wonderful with them, and she made them happy, and they had fun with her. What?
Even though she confessed to a sex crime against me, you had her around our kids.
Okay. You're contriving.
I am not. That is just the truth. You admitted it in court, Carl.
Alright, you know what? I don't think you and I ever could see eye on any of that stuff. So why don't we just drop the subject?
Because I tell the truth, Carl.
The way you see it, Kay.
I don't have to lie.
You tell the truth the way you see it, not the way it is.
Well, where is the document? I am mentally ill, Carl. Your mother has been on and off psychiatric meds in the past. Why wasn't she in court to testify? Where's a psychiatric evaluation for her or yourself?
We didn't bring her to court because we didn't need her.
Anger management issues in the past. I witnessed you tell Alex to fuck off. I witnessed you tell him that as a newborn. I witnessed you flip him off and cuss at him. I've witnessed you call him an asshole. So tell me, Carl.
Yeah, this is the longest conversation you and I have had in years. This is the best you can come up with. I mean, we could work this out.
You're not denying that it happened, obviously.
Okay. You are contriving and you are blowing things out of proportion. You're doing the usual thing you always do. Yes, I foobarred in the past. Nobody's perfect, even you, Kay. And you blow them out of proportion. That's how you work.
You were on top of me. I was screaming for you to get off of me.
God, are you kidding me? That is not true. No, that's true.
Yes, that is true. You were on top of me. Yes, you were. Your family was on the phone. They heard me screaming.
Okay, the only time I was on top of you was when you and I were having some really good sex, okay?
No.
That's the only time I was really on top of you.
You were on top of me. You were trying to get the phone out of my hand. In fact,
you know, it's amazing how that story changes every time I hear it from you.
You were wanting to call Alex names. And I was trying to tell you you can't do that. And you said, what are you going to do if I call him more names? And you called him bipolar boy that morning. And I told you you couldn't do that. And you were mad because I said you can't call our child's name. And you got violent with me. I tried calling your mother to try to reason with you because you wanted to call our child's name, inappropriate name.
What are you doing? You want to talk about, visitation, or do you want to just drag up shit from 10 years ago? It's 10 years now, you know that? We're talking 2009, 2010.
So now you're cussing at me?
Are you an adult or not? Can you handle it, or should I just talk to you like a child instead?
Oh, okay. So you're going to be verbally abusive to me now?
That's verbal abuse. That's just a question. Answer my question.
Yes, it is verbal abuse, Carl.
All right.
There's no need.
I don't want to talk to you anymore, all right?
To me, and you would like to be.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Katie.
I still have.
Why are we talking? I'm going to hang up now. If you have nothing valid or worthwhile to say.
I'm recording this conversation too.
I know you are. I can see that you have nothing worthwhile. You just want to make accusations and try and trip me up and entrap me.
I'm telling you the truth.
That's fine. Is somebody else on the line, by the way, listening in also? One of your friends?
Why would I do that?
Because you're sneaky and devious and you want to record me. That's why. It's fine.
I don't have to do that. All I have to do is record you, Carl.
All right. Keep your recording.
I have many of them. I still have the ones where you said you were not as abusive to me as you would like to be.
So why didn't you present them in court, Kay?
You also said that you really wish I no longer existed.
I'll admit I said that, and I feel bad about saying that because that was.
I very seriously doubt you feel bad.
It was in retaliation to you implying I had an incestuous relationship with my mother.
True.
I remember that. I'll never forget that.
It's okay for you to say that you really wish I no longer existed.
No, of course not. But it's also not okay for you to imply that I had an incestuous relationship with my mother. It's not okay.
Well, you divorced me so your mommy could live with you.
Here we go. Okay, so continue. Maybe I'm recording you. Go for it.
Pretty obvious to everybody, Carl.
Okay. My mother moved in with me for multiple reasons, none of them having to do with me having incest. Okay? I will not have incest with my mother. And you're sick for thinking that. Okay?
It's pretty obvious to everybody.
I'm going to hang up on you now because you obviously have nothing with me.
So that was another sick and revolting conversation with Carl Edward Anthony, displaying his sick mentality and how he likes to justify his sick and dysfunctional decisions in raising our kids and allowing our children around somebody who would admit to drugging a child and allowing that child to be sexually assaulted, and allowing that same person around our children and saying that that person is wonderful around our children. That is who has custody of our boys now. Carl Edward Anthony was basically given a free pass to abuse our children. And he wanted people to hear how abusive he was to me, and so now he's getting what he wanted.